Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today I'm reviewing Leviosa by Joao Miranda and Julio Montoro. Is this worth the $200 US price tag? Stick around to find out because oh boy, we have a lot to unpack. I'm also giving away Leviosa. I'm announcing soon how to enter this competition. I do monthly magic giveaways and this is the giveaway for July. It ends in August. Anyways, let's get right into a performance of Leviosa. Here's just a quick performance of Leviosa. First, your spectator selects a card and they can even sign it. That's the card. Today, I don't have a spectator to sign cards, so we're just going to do it like this. So here's what's going to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the deck, set it on the table, and put the cards together like that. And then, if I give my fingers a little bit of a wiggle, you'll start to see this happen. The whole deck shoots out one card. There, Jack of Spades. How crazy is that? In fact, I can even use my magic powers to get the deck of cards to seemingly begin to levitate like real magic. That's Leviosa by Julio Montoro and Joao Miranda. I hope you enjoyed that performance because let's get right into the review. Alright, before we begin, I'd like to say, magic distributors, please contact me at beafanmail@gmail.com if you'd like me to review your product. Also, I'm giving away a free copy of Leviosa at the end of July. I do monthly magic giveaways, and all you need to do to be eligible is be subscribed to this channel. To enter, all you have to do is subscribe and like this video and comment down below Lucky Montoro. That's right, Lucky Montoro in the comment section below. And that's it. Alright, let's get right into the review. And now, I know what you're all thinking. The first question you probably are all thinking is, what am I getting with Leviosa? So Leviosa actually includes this awesome box, and inside that box is a USB charging cable with the connector, a screwdriver to adjust the power settings of Leviosa, a needle, 2 empty spools to put the invisible elastic thread, which is Joao Miranda's brand of elastic thread on. Also 150 feet of Joao Miranda's invisible thread to repair the gimmick. In fact, I've already almost used up all of that thread. I know this product just came out about a week ago, and it's already almost gone. That's how much I've been performing this. And also a tutorial, which runs for about 40 minutes. The tutorial is not downloadable, unfortunately, and it's only available to watch or stream on Julio or on Joao Miranda's website. Now, what do you need to provide? You need to provide one red bicycle playing card. You also need to provide just one red bicycle box. I have one over here. That's just what you need. And you'll also need to provide a Sharpie so the spectator can sign a card. Signing the card is optional, but I like to do it because it's really good. It adds some extra impact, and you can give this to them as a souvenir if they sign it. Now, you also need a flat surface because this doesn't really work well on concrete or any rough surfaces. It works well indoors on concrete. It doesn't necessarily work great on tables, but it does work on tables. And yeah, what is the quality of the gimmick? I'm also sure you're all asking. The thing is, this is $200 US, so you have to know you're getting your money's worth. And I'm going to try to help you out with that. So, the quality of the gimmick deck is insanely good. This is actually the gimmick deck. It looks so realistic. It looks like a really real deck. But the thing is, there's hidden buttons all over this, and it's completely gimmicked. And you can order this in either red bicycle back or blue bicycle back. The Gimmick is partially electronic, so it will need some charging, which is why they provide a USB cord. The Gimmick deck is really genius. I would have never thought that this kind of gimmick's possible. It's something I've only dreamt of, and really, I've really wanted something like this to come out onto the market. The Gimmick deck will break eventually, but it is repairable, and hopefully it won't break for a while. Mine's broken a few times, as I said, because I've been using up the thread to replace it, but the electronics should not break, at least for a very long time. Now, is there any noise caused by Leviosa? Leviosa does have some noise, and in fact, I will put that noise on right now. As this video is going, I will replicate the noise. Right now, I'm setting up Leviosa, and the noise isn't that loud. In fact, Julio Joao Miranda explains in the tutorial that the noise doesn't matter, and you can just use your mouth to replicate noises like bzzz, because this is what it sounds like. I'll actually allow it to happen. That's just the deck shooting out the card, and this is the deck of cards floating. You'll hear maybe some noise. So yeah, you heard probably some noise. It's not too much, but again, you do the bzzz, and it adds extra effect. But again, watch the tutorial thoroughly before starting to play with the Gimmick. So I know I've mentioned some parts of the tutorial, but how is the tutorial? The tutorial's actually really good. It's around 40 minutes or so, and it's Joao Miranda in his studio with a blue background in the back, and he's explaining literally everything. He explains what you get, how it works, the live performances he shows, how to replace the thread, charging, and other stuff related to the motors and more. It's really thorough, and Joao leaves no stone unturned. Now, what are the angles like? The angles are actually not bad. They are actually perfect, unless you're turning on your device just before performing, unless it's for your first group. This is what you have to do if it's your first group, just that, and that's it. And then you're completely set up for that first group of performing. After that first group, you can leave your device on if you know you're going to other tables. If not, make sure to turn your device off, or else the battery will die. Now, are there live performances in the tutorial? Yes, there are live performances in the tutorial. There's even one where Julio Montoro is presenting this effect in a way that you can have superpowers. And if you could have any superpower, what would it be? And some people say flying. And that's a really great opportunity for the final phase where the deck floats up into your hand. And I really like that. There's also troubleshooting in the tutorial, and more. Is this deck of cards examinable? The Gimmick deck itself, this is nowhere near examinable. If they touch this, they'll instantly know, maybe not fully what's going on, but they'll instantly know it's not a normal deck. Even if your spectator gets too close to this deck, they'll see this deck can't handle too much scrutiny. That is really important for people to know. It's completely Gimmick, but you won't be showing this deck of cards for too long. However, Joao Miranda in the tutorial teaches how to have the deck examined and then do a deck switch while they're signing their card, which is why having them sign their card is really important. Now, let's talk about the difficulty and practicality of the effect. Is this difficult? It will take some practice for sure. I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's more like an intermediate effect. However, there's no way a beginner would be able to repair the Gimmick after it gets damaged. That will take some advanced skills. which I'm pretty sure most of you here would be able to do. Repairing the gimmick is much more difficult than standard IT gimmicks, because this is Joao's original thread, and there's a lot more components to the gimmick than what meets the eye. It is practical, though. You only need to carry around one deck of cards to do this one trick. Sure, it's a one-trick pony, but it's a really good trick. Imagine you just saw a deck of cards levitate into your hand. That is absolutely insane, and I would have been flabbergasted if I did not know the method of how it's done. If I saw a street magician make a deck of cards levitate, my jaw would have dropped. But the thing is, about street magicians, I don't think this would work well on the street, because as I said, this won't work well on cement or rough surfaces. It works well on smooth surfaces like wood or carpet or tile or on the ground, anywhere. But not really concrete or something like that. So, the thing is, you really want to take care of your gimmick, as it will break eventually. Now, what are the lighting conditions for Leviosa? The lighting conditions are pretty much perfect. The thing is, if you have really dark lighting, your spectator might see a blue light flashing. However, that has to be completely pitch dark. And I've never been to a gig where the lights were completely pitch dark. Only where the lights were almost pitch dark. Or pitch black, sorry. The thing is, this should work in any lighting condition as long as your spectator isn't extremely close to the gimmick. Now, is there any DIY? So is there DIY? Yes, after many performances, you will have to reapply the thread onto the gimmick. Everything required to do so is included in the box and in the tutorial. The DIY is a little complex, but it's explained well in the tutorial. However, this Leviosa does come ready to go out of the box, but make sure to watch every minute of the tutorial first, because you don't want to break your gimmick. Now, pocket space. How much pocket space does this take up? The pocket space of Leviosa is one deck of cards, which can only be used for this specific trick. Yes, it's a one-trick pony, but it's an awesome trick. It's so visual when the deck rises up in your hand. Now, what is the reset like? The reset is instant as long as you don't leave this out for too long. There's nothing that you have to do after, unless you're going to take a very long break between your performances. Now, let's look at the ad copy and the trailer. The trailer is completely honest and is actually very transparent about what you're receiving with Leviosa. Now, let's read the ad copy. The ad copy says, "There are dozens of versions of the haunted deck, but if the magician had real powers, he'd perform Leviosa." True. First, a card is chosen, signed, and returned to the deck without any suspicious moves, and with the magician still, the deck cuts itself in half, projecting the signed card out. Then, from the floor, the whole deck defies gravity by itself, soaring through the air into the magician's waiting hand, leaving the audience in a state of unparalleled wonder. The best part? Leviosa resets itself. The performer starts and ends 100% clean. As soon as the deck flies to the hand, the magician can go ahead and either perform the effect again, or simply place the deck inside the box and continue to show with absolute freedom. Leviosa is a 100% self-contained and a true professional's dream come true. You'll look like real-life Harry Potter. No, that's Kevin Booth when you perform Leviosa. FAQ. Will the invisible gimmick break? Since the programming is made in-house with the promoters pre-programmed, the risk of breaking the secret gimmick, assuming the effect is performed correctly, is close to zero. Just relax and see the magic happen by itself. 2. How easy is it to perform? You just need to push a button and see the magic happen by itself. 3. If I accidentally break the IT, will more be provided? Yes, we offer a spool with 45 meters of Joao Miranda's pre-stripped invisible thread. Does Leviosa come ready to use, or do I need to prepare anything? It comes ready to use right out of the box with no special setup required. That I kind of disagree with. I wish that they would... you do have to charge the gimmick first. It's low battery when you receive it. Now, 5. Most IT effects require a certain hookup or previous setup. Is Leviosa any different? Yes, totally different. Joao Miranda created a new principle in IT effects where the gimmick is 100% self-contained in the deck of cards. The setup is done right in front of your spectator's eyes. There's no cleanup since it's 100% automatic and 100% self-contained. Leviosa comes ready to use outside the box with special gimmicks, accessories, USB charger, and full video instructions. Red and blue color available. That's the ad copy. I think it's pretty honest. I kind of narrated along the way. But what's the price on this? Okay, that's the pill that's a bit tough to swallow. The price of this is $200 US. Is Leviosa worth it for $200 US? Let's evaluate here. You get everything you need to repair the gimmick many times. You will eventually have to buy more repair materials, but not for a while. You get a fully gimmicked electronic device deck. And you get a fantastic 300-minute tutorial. This is very expensive. It's almost as expensive as, let's say, a tablet or something like that. It's extremely expensive. But for a magician who does magic at parties, events, and gigs, this is a great investment. It looks insane. The only issue I have with it is durability. I have not performed this too much, but in one performance that I have done, the gimmick broke mid-performance. When the gimmick breaks mid-performance, the motor begins whirring and making loud noises. So there's no way to salvage the effect. And that's very unfortunate. I wish if the gimmick broke midway, it wouldn't make any whirring noise and you could just have a fallback. A perfect example of a fallback, I have a previous video, card to wallet. That's a perfect fallback because then you can show actually your card was in the wallet the whole time, and then there's no need for the spectator to think you even messed up at all. But that's fine that there's noise even though it breaks, but because this won't break too often. However, it is a great trick, great props. Everything is so great about this. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons. The pros. There's an honest ad copy. There's live performances in the tutorial. This is visual fooling. There's no explanation for the spectators. The tutorial's great, the gimmick's great, and it's easy to charge. The cons, the price, and the durability. The price, it's really expensive. It's not too overpriced, because that said, I bought 2 of these. One of them is still in the box of packages. I just got a bunch of packages. But yeah, it's expensive, but it's worth it. In fact, you know what? I am giving this 97%. It's so good. Durability is the only thing that knocked off 3%. If it's within your means, I highly recommend you pick this up or get it for free by entering the giveaway, which ends at the end of July. If you do enter the giveaway, do so by liking this video, subscribing, and commenting down below. Lucky Montoro. Again, Lucky Montoro. And subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I hope I either saved you some money or helped you make an investment. This is another winner from Julio, Montoro, and Joao Miranda. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video, and goodbye. you.